Dear friends, in this video lecture, we are going to explain some of the application of Bernoulli's principle. What is Bernoulli's principle? Bernoulli's principle is based on Bernoulli's equation that the pressure plus kinetic energy per unit volume plus potential energy per unit volume is a constant throughout the flowing fluid. Now, using this Bernoulli's principle and Bernoulli's equation, we are able to find out velocity of a flowing fluid. For that, a tube designed to measure the velocity of the flowing fluid is called as Venturi tube. This Venturi tube consists of a tube which has a small cross-sectional area in one region, and in another region the area of cross-section is more. Let A1 is the area of cross-section through which the fluid enters in a tube. The pressure of fluid entering in the tube, let it is equal to P1. The streamlines passing through the fluid, streamlines of the fluid passing through the tube are like this one, and when they comes in a narrower region, these streamlines never intersect with each other, but they flows very close to each other. Again, when they enter in a wider region, again these streamlines get separated from each other. In a region where streamlines are parallel and well separated, it has a velocity v1 which is to be determined, and when they came in an area where the cross-sectional area is A2 which is very small, the velocity is more. With increase in velocity, there is a decrease in pressure. This is the Bernoulli's principle. Therefore, let us consider here P2 is the pressure and A2 is the area of cross section, and the velocity flowing through this smaller cross section is equal to V2. Our aim is to determine the velocity of fluid entering in this device. Let it's a device used to measure the velocity of a fluid. Now, there are two tubes connected to a wider area of the tube and narrower area of the tube. Here, the velocity v1 is less than that of the velocity v2. Velocity in a narrower region is more, and because of that, as velocity is less, pressure is more. Therefore, the height of liquid in the tube connected to wider portion is more, and let it is equal to H1. And in a narrower region, the liquid flows with higher velocity, and as the velocity is more, its pressure is less. Therefore, this is the height of liquid level in the tube which is connected to narrower part. Let this height is H2. Now, the difference of the level of a liquid, the difference of the level of the liquid between these two tubes, let it is equal to H. H is the difference of the level of the liquid in the two tubes. We know that the pressure difference between two liquid levels having a height of column H is given by P1 minus P2 is equal to H into rho into G, where H is level difference between the two liquid levels in the tube, and P1 minus P2 is the pressure difference of the liquid. Hereafter, using this Bernoulli's principle, if P1 is the pressure in the wider part of the tube and V1 is the velocity, I will write this equation as P1 plus half of rho into V1 square. This is pressure at the wider portion. V1 is the velocity of a fluid at a wider portion plus rho into G into H. This is height of fluid flowing from some reference point. This is the sum of the energies at the wider part of the tube is equal to sum of the energies on the narrower part of the tube, and it should be equal to P2 plus half rho into V2 square plus rho into G into H. P2 is the pressure at narrower part and V2 is the velocity at the narrower part. Here H is same for both because height from the reference level for these two tubes is approximately same. In order not to have any confusion, we will treat this as capital H. Capital H is the distance of this Venturi tube from the reference level, from the earth level, and it will be same, approximately same for narrower part and wider part. Therefore, rho into G into H will be the same. It means that there is no any change of potential energy when it moves from the wider part to narrower part of the tube. Only thing is there is change of pressure energy and kinetic energy per unit volume. With increase in velocity, there is decrease of pressure. From these two equations, I will write P1 minus P2 is equal to half of rho in the bracket V2 square minus V1 square. Here pressure difference P1 minus P2 is equal to H rho G, and from Bernoulli's equation P1 minus P2 is equal to half rho into V2 square minus V1 square. Equating these equation 1 and equation 2, we will get V2 square minus V1 square is equal to 2GH. Now, using equation of continuity, I will write this A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2, where area of cross section A1 and velocity V1 and area of cross section A2, velocity V2. From this I have to determine V1, therefore I will write V2 is equal to A1 divided by A2 into V1, or I will write V1 is equal to A2 divided by A1 into V2. Now, using this, we are able to find out the value of V1.